Раз, два, три.
Я слышу звук.
I know. Do you hear me? Is it okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That actually I'm tired, but I don't know how to, how to have a rest, something like that, because nothing can be useful for me. Sometimes I have such stages, and maybe this is the one for them, and just need to relax somehow. Maybe it will help. But now I don't understand how to do it, and actually I'm worried because of that. And just trying to do something at work.
Maybe it was because of celebrations. Everyone have some free time and they just relax. So it's kind of hard to manage to do your work.
Also, maybe it is because we at our job, our guys, bosses and so on, they changed plans.
Yeah, I can see it. I can share your screen right now.
Okay.
That's good. Good. Do you see my screen?
Not yet. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Do you see that iPhone app? So you see there's a Webster dictionary. There's a free version on top and some 999 is a paid version, some other stuff. You see I'm moving, right? So so you go to App Store. I don't know, is that like, usually it could be a different App Store, Russian App Store, Ukrainian App Store. This one is from US. So I press this button on the top.
Play Market,
yeah.
Not App Store.
It depends. Yeah, if you have Android, I didn't really check for the Android, but they should.
I'll check now.
And you see, this is downloading right now because my previous is, I wouldn't say obsolete, but it works really slowly. And
yes, we have some.
So you see it downloaded. Maybe another several seconds, and I launch it, and you will see the games and the things. I pretty much like it. I wouldn't say it's the best one. So open, right? You see, I'm opening it. I like these technologies, folks. I really like that. I can share my screen like literally through the Wi-Fi on my MacBook, and you can share my screen and you can see it. So like what I can see, confused, right?
Yeah, it's so nice to see, actually.
Yeah.
It's a good design of the.
The previous one I like more, but my power mirror on iPhone doesn't really work with the current, macOS High Sierra. But this one it's a version 9, iOS 9. But iOS 11 and iOS 14 actually works perfectly. So you see confused, you see definition here. I pressed the button right now.
Confused.
Oh, jeez. Sounds goes directly from my speakers. I don't know. Did you hear that?
Yes, we had.
I like that box. So you see, there's a kind of meanings like first one, second one, third one. You see being disordered or mixed up. So you see the other thing that I like. You see how they use this or that word or in this or that sentence. I wouldn't say there's enough of examples, but more or less. And you see other meanings like adverb here, other forms, synonyms, antonyms. Chiefly Australian. So because I don't know how about you. When I was realizing myself and catching myself when my levels stop be a little bit higher than the average, I realized that every new word is really hard for me to remember. I don't know how about you, but looks like you have some kind of baggage, right? You have some kind of vocabulary in your head. But every next word, it takes you too much. For me, I don't know about you, but for me, it takes too much time to remember, or I will not remember that. And I just realized I can't just remember like ambiguous, for example, or some strange word which I didn't know or which I always forget. And I realized that it happens that way when I see it here in the dictionary. I can choose not the one word, but at least 2, 3, 4, 5 words. So when I see them together, so literally it could be, it sounds like it a little bit, and it looks like a little bit more difficult, a little bit more hard. 5 words, more than one word, definitely. But I know how my brain works. I can easily remember 5 words, especially when I'm trying to put them versus each other, like to compare them with each other, like in which situation, which word I can utilize, which I can use. But I remember 5 words easily, but I cannot remember each of them separately. That's funny thing. So that way helps me to, to get in my memory new words, which was really hard for the last, I don't know, 6 years, for example. And you see, sometimes
I agree, actually. Yes, I also noticed this thing, and I even made for myself a kind of app. It was very simple, written on JavaScript, and just I saw in the browser 20 words which I don't know, and it was like a game. You should write it correctly.
Correctly.
Correctly, yes, and there was an explanation, so I need to understand it. And actually, it was more simple than if I see it only one word.
So you see, word of the day as you wished, some kind of games. I don't know. Do you like the Merriam-Webster app? Okay, I like it. So the kind of, I don't know, some kind of cat. I put them, submit. Whatever.
I already downloaded.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you see the advanced vocabulary quiz. I don't know. Hopefully all of them for free, but I guess some of them you can find out on the website. They have a huge website because a Webster. No, it's my mistake. Probably not Webster. Another web. But on the paid version, probably there's a much more. I didn't download it because I know that probably when it was 11/11, like 11 of November, they should have some kind of bargain, some kind of how they say, clearance. Такое интересное слово, кстати. В Америке 3 значения у него. Да. То есть то, что клиренс не только расстояние между верхней кромкой асфальта и нижней частью машины, но еще у них это распродажа. So when they have clearance, they usually...
Yes, I know that the garage sale, yes?
Garage sale, it's a little bit different stuff. It's
near the house.
Yeah, when somebody has something, and because usually it's much easier to put it in the garage. I mean, not everyone have garage, but most of them who live in separate, this townhouse or in the usual house, they put it in the garage, and they open the garage, and at the, how to say, doorway, they call it doorway, or... to the garage where they usually park some extra cars, or when they usually park when they don't want to get inside the garage. So they put all this stuff, all this trash in front of the garage, and they call it a garage sale. Or sometimes they call it, I mean, if there's a lot of people in a lot of garages, they call it swap meet. Like, swap file in Windows and in macOS, they call it swap meet because you can not only buy, but you can swap, you can, you give something, they give you something, so it's not only about money. Sometimes you're just swapping things. I know that some people can swap, like, I don't know, some kind of shit for yacht or for apartment even. I mean, if you look more to the internet and the Google, like swap meetings, can you swap your house on something, like, I don't know, on some Asian stuff, probably you'll find something you search. So garage sale, and they have something else, I forget how they call it, because they have special 2 or 3 apps here in US. I don't know about Canada, but here they have several apps where this or that garage sale will appear, or when it happened next week or next month. And sometimes you just people there's a GPS, and people using their cell phone just driving along the the environment, and see what's the next day, what's the next house, what's the next challenge to pick up, something like this. Sorry. So, how do you like the app? Or you didn't use it, you just watch it? Probably we should make a kind of review for this app.
Yeah, Actually, I just downloaded it. I haven't used it. I was listening to you. But I think I will use it. For example, many people don't like Duolingo, but I like to learn different languages. Not English, because English only. Well, I managed all English in Duolingo, but French and Spanish, for example, very useful.
Maybe. You can ask me why don't you like Duolingo, Michael?
Why don't you like Duolingo, Michael?
You know, if I'm not mistaken, when I look at Duolingo, yeah, you can study language or languages, different languages, but it looks like it's more orthodox way, I would say. So you mostly read. Yeah, you can listen something, but not really. I didn't really see that people communicate in this app. They just tell you something, like some essentials, some basic maybe, but it looks like it's you are kind of playing the game with the phone. It's just a kind of picture that how to say it's you pretend you learn language, I would say that way. I mean, no, if you learn everything if you learn by heart everything you did and everything you just study and play, that's one question, because somebody do it perfectly. I don't know. But for me, after 2-3 days, I forget everything. And for me, it's a kind of, something unreal, I would say that way. Something that I don't really see that does work.
I understand that it works for me. I mean, in the long run, I think that I don't remember, but finally, if I come back to this, I understand that I know a lot of words, and I can remember them after. I mean, not without an application. So I understood that it works.
If it's not a secret, what language you are talking about?
For example, now I'm learning French there and Spanish.
How about your French? I mean, how can we check that you learn something and remember these words?
How can we check?
Подъехал.
No, I won't do it. No.
Peut-être vous pouvez me dire quelque chose, vous juste attendre, vous juste apprendre.
Yeah, I don't answer you now, because I understand what you were talking about, but I can't actually speak French. Okay. And it really is.
Why?
But
why you can't speak?
Because I can't speak there with Duolingo, because I usually do it when I go to work, and I usually switched off this option just because I can't speak, and this is the problem really. And also I think you need some friends or people with whom you can communicate. But it's essential for me to understand the language, first of all.